can tell you, I can tell you, I woke up that well. Honestly, I'm gonna lie, I didn't sleep till like 6, 7 that morning. So when I woke
Mm.
up, it wasn't the next day, but I woke up expecting to see a good game. Oh man, this nigga, bro. I think I saw a stat. Jason and Jalen together were like 10 for 31.
Oh, like Jalen went like 2 for 13, 7 turnovers.
The Celtics literally aren't even gonna win a game if those two are shooting like that.
No,
They expect to win a
not at all.
series.
But I don't expect him to continue to play like that. Jason Tatum definitely has his moments where he is just out of it when it comes to scoring. And we see that. But that's his play style. I think he's gonna have his up and downs. What I really need, my biggest thing is if the Celtics want to have a chance to win, they need Jaylen Brown to stay consistent because he's the X factor in my opinion when it comes to the Celtics. Because his play also keeps him in the game because there's going to be moments where Jason Tatum is not going to be hot. So they need somebody like Jaylen Brown to really keep the energy up, whether it be on
You know
defense or
why
on
I
offense.
don't want to call Jalen the X factor because he's the game plan. You know what I mean? Like those two are the offense. If
That's
they're
fair.
not scoring, that's not it. What I can, who I could have, yeah, who I can consider an X factor because I watched the game and I thought if he made a couple shots, they might have had a chance to actually get back in. Peyton Pritchard off the bench because he came in and I think it was maybe 2 or 3 moments where he had a 3-point shot that if he made it, it might have cut the lead to like 10 or maybe right under 10. Instead, the nigga missed and the Bucks went down court, scored, missed again, and now they're up again like 15 or some shit. So I think if they can get someone off the bench, and it would be Peyton because he's their, I guess you would say he's their best scorer because Derek White can score in all fairness, but he's not a shooter anymore, at least from what I've seen. He lost that jump shot. And Grant Williams is more of just a spot up guy. So Peyton Pritchard being the starting point guard off the bench, he would have the ball in his hands. He is a good shooter. He's not a bad decision maker. Can he make a bad turnover? Yeah, but he's not going to do that 2, 3, 4 times throughout the game. But I think if he can just, come into the game and be that steady offense that they can rely on when someone like Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum or both of them are just having a bad night, at least you have someone that's scoring the ball. Al Horford, you guys mentioned guarding Giannis. I know it's not the biggest detail or biggest deal, but Al Horford had him at like 3 for 10 when he was the primary defender. I'm not saying Al Horford is shutting him down from minute 1 to minute 48, but Al can do the job until he needs to take a rest on the bench. That's when Giannis can just kill everyone else like it's nothing. Because like we said, this motherfucker threw it off the backboard and didn't jump. He hopped with his hands up already. He didn't have to do much.
Don't forget that he bullied Jason Tatum for about 10 seconds. He put
Jason Tatum everyone. If you put it up a 30-point triple double, if you're gonna put up a 30-point triple double, you bullied everyone. And like I think both of you said it, this is the Celtics' first real challenge or piece of adversity in the playoffs right now. Last round, we all got fooled and thought the Nets would do something, but the Celtics showed their defense ain't some smoke and mirrors. And what we saw at the end of the season, it's real because they shut the shit out of KD down. Like I've never in my life seen Kevin Durant look like a bum.
He looked like a normal player.
He didn't look like a normal player. No, bro, he looked like a bum.
Fault.
He looked like a bum. I'm taking normal out because he couldn't score. Couldn't do the one thing we know him to do. He couldn't do. He couldn't get to his spots. Yeah, when he did get to his spots, he would overthink. He wasn't hooping. He was trying too much, and that was since the series is over, I can give the credit to the Celtics for that. They did an excellent job with him. Kyrie, you came in great with game 1. I don't know where the fuck you went after that.
But right now, the only challenge, the first challenge the Celtics had to figure out is Stopping Giannis or
Nah,
like figuring out like just how to score.
No, I think
Justin said it. You don't stop him. But I'll let Justin, you could say it. I was just saying you can't stop him, so that's obviously off the table. That's not a game plan at all.
First and foremost, if you go run a scheme, you can't run the same scheme that you ran with KD. You know, I said that to Keith like a day ago. They trying to. That's what I think. At first, I feel like the coach was really trying to test out what he can and can't do against Giannis. That's why the game ended up where it did. And you can't just let that man. You're not the same.
That was a terrible test.
Trying to bully him or putting him on like you're not gonna let him do it. That's what Giannis like. I mean, that's the type of player. So you can't just come with that. I have in my head, I would try to run something different. I would hope they would run something different second game, but we'll see. But yeah, you gotta get
all right, but
you can't stop him. He's one of them players who's just like you gotta be
I would say this is the problem with trying to stop the Bucks as a whole. Because if you really just look at their team, bro, they're deep, fam. All right, it's like, all right, let's say we just double Giannis every time we can. You understand they play with a 1 in, 4 out, and that one by the rim being Giannis can show us that he can hit an open 3 now. So it's basically a 5-man out. So all the spacing the Bucks have gives Drew Holiday, Grayson Allen, Pat Connaughton, even Bobby Portis if he wants to go off the dribble. There's a lot of space for them to just attack. And if they're not attacking, since all the attention is drawn to Giannis, and I guess now Drew being the second option, you have even Brook Lopez, who's just wide open shots. In all actuality, how do you stop the Bucks? What is the game plan a coach is telling his team when facing them? And we're not even talking about Chris Middleton because he's hurt. He's not hurt. He's hurt. That's the only reason we're not mentioning his name. So imagine him being healthy. Yeah, I don't know who said it. I think I was watching First Take, and it was Stephen A. Smith. He was like, "Them motherfuckers have." Well, he didn't say motherfuckers, but it was 1 in, 4 out. Even like I said, even Brook Lopez. And if you want to take Brook out, you still have Serge Ibaka you can bring off your bench, who can guard some 2s and 3s, mostly 4 and 5s, and he can hit the open shot. What do you do? What do you do? How do you stop the Bucks offense?
You really don't. You just gotta outscore them. That's all you can really do. Outscore them. So who's the X factor? Like you said, Payton Pritchard?
Or for the Celtics?
In my opinion, I would say the X factor for Boston, would be Payton Pritchard, just because he can be a steady, reliable offense off the bench. Because you're not. Al Horford started the Brooklyn series amazing, like 20 and 15. You gotta know if he did that again, because I promise you he did. Did he play great defense? Yeah. Did he hit the open 3? Yeah. Make the right play? Sure. But you're not gonna get 20 and 15 from Giannis. Robert Williams isn't offensively there.
I'm giving it to
Payton Pritchard.
Like this series really just shows that they are still one piece away. They're just one piece away from being like that last series. Like it wasn't really it wasn't really like a good challenge for them. I thought it was going to be, but like it showed like
last series.
It showed that like they're not pushovers.
Jason and Jalen showed us what their peak is. When we're at the best, we're at the top of our game, we can compete with the best in the game, being Kevin Durant and Kyrie. Because besides that duo, I don't know if you could really name a deadlier duo in terms of just straight buckets. And those two, Jason Tatum, give him a lot of props for his defense on Kevin Durant, but they shut them niggas down and scored, if not more, than just as much as them. So their confidence is high enough to the point that they know game 1 isn't going to happen again. But even with you guys scoring, how are you going to stop the other team? And I know the Celtics have great defense, but when you have someone like Giannis who you literally cannot do anything against, this nigga is taking Euro steps from half court the 3-point line, and he's posting niggas up, shooting fadeaways. And then he's not scared to make the right pass. If he sees anybody wide open, it doesn't matter who it is, he trusts to make the shot. 3, a layup, whatever it is. So he makes the right play. He give you a point showing, showcasing the playmaking, and we know he's going to give you at least 10 boards because of his aggressiveness on the rebounds. So who do you try to take out of the offense to slow them down? Because you know it's not Giannis. The most you can do with Giannis is try your hardest, like we said. So who's the next man up to focus on and try to get them out of the game? That's just me. Then again, I don't even know who you. Obviously, it would be Drew, but it's just, oh my God, from 1 to 15, they're just deep, and they have players that know how to play. Even George Hill, he's just hurt. But now imagine if you could throw George Hill out there at the point guard, Drew Holiday at the 2.
It's like we just keep saying the same thing. We just keep saying the same thing. What do you do? What can be done? Nothing. Just go out there.
And you know what we're completely not mentioning?
Who?
That they have championship experience now.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah, they champions.
The Bucks.
I was like
they're not just.
I was jacking that.
And it's basically the same team.
I've been jacking that. That's why they my picks.
Now on this episode, we didn't mention the experience against the Celtics. They're this deep. They have Giannis, and they have the championship experience behind them. So what the hell do you do? Even if they see Phoenix in the finals, in their mindset, we won 4 straight against y'all. Okay. Cool. Lace them up. Jump ball. Giannis, I'm going to get 50 again. They're not scared of anyone. You can't intimidate them because they're, like you said, Giannis thrives on the physicality. When you try to outmuscle him, that's when he gets to dunk on you, and he loves it. He absolutely loves it. Loves it.
Then there's, all right. So I mean, like, who y'all got game 2?
Oh man,
I got the Bucks. Like the way it's looking, I got the Bucks in 4, but I see the Celtics figuring out.
You see a whole sweep,
but like
I don't know if they're gonna take one at home right now.
I'm gonna give the Celtics. Like I want to give the Celtics 2 games, but I just don't see 2 in them right now.
I don't know.
It's looking scary.
2, but
I barely see 1, and that one is like 1 point.
They're gonna win game 2.
What do you say?
I'll say they're gonna win game 2, but close, very close.
I have a feeling they'll win game 2 because like the Bucks do have those games where like they look like they took a game off. But yeah, I'll give them game 3. But game 2, I got the Bucks.
Yeah, I got the Celtics winning game 2, but I do think it is gonna end in 5 or 6. I think Boston might be able to sneak another one, maybe game 4 or maybe 5 when they go back home. But I don't know. I don't know if they could actually. I can't confidently say they're gonna get that second win, but I don't think the Celtics are just gonna go out in a sweep. I think they have too much pride to go out that easy. They ain't just gonna give it up. Hell no, they're not the Nets. There's no way they go from sweeping teams to the getting swept. So I can see them taking one, possibly still in a second, like game 5.
That's fair.
Yeah, maybe.
What do y'all want to talk about next? The Grizzlies?
Yeah, I want to.
Yeah, because I wanted the Warriors to win that game 1. If I'll be honest with y'all.
Let's get the elephant out the room. What do y'all feel about this all?
About say that again.
Cool. I think, all right, if I'm being honest, since I bring it up, I think it was a flagrant 1, not a 2. He definitely smacked him.
Oh.
He smacked him dead
in the Draymond.
But you clearly see Draymond, in my opinion, Draymond was not trying to actually hurt him.
He wasn't trying to hurt him, but like there was a slight pull.
No, that's why I say a flagrant 1. Yeah. That's why a flagrant 1.
But Justin, you got to remember, it has nothing to do with your intent when it comes to flagrant.
Too.
Like when I looked at it, I agreed that it was a flagrant 2, even though I understood what Draymond was doing. Because when I looked at it, I said, all right, he got the flagrant 1 because you straight up slapped the man in the face. They're going to look at any call above the shoulder. So you got the flagrant 1 for that. Where I wasn't mad that he got the flagrant 2, it's the pull down. You know, the man was in the air. And yeah, you could say you were trying to help him from bracing his fall, or you were trying to help him brace his fall. But in reality, you made the fall even worse. So that's where I think it was excessive physicality. And that's where he got the flagrant 2. It didn't even fucking matter because they won the game. But now, yeah, like I said, in my opinion, I do think it was a flagrant 2. But I don't think it was a malicious act.
I think like it was really only a flagrant 2 because it was Draymond.
Yeah.
Just because he's known for doing like this type of stuff. So it's just like it's bounded. So like any little thing, and this wasn't a little thing. I mean, it wasn't a huge thing either. But like when a man is in the air and you pull them, it's not anyone else.
Yeah.
And he pulls them, it's like, all right, man. Come on, man. Flagrant 2, get out.
Like
I see it. I don't agree. I thought it was like a flagrant 1. It wasn't nothing crazy. It's the playoffs. So someone gonna get pulled.
It was a playoff foul. But like you said, it's Draymond. He has the reputation. I mean, this nigga straight up kicked Steven Adams.
Yeah, you know,
square up.
He really tried to argue that too.
He went up. His leg came up. That nigga tried to.
Pretty sure he would argue that to this day.
Yeah, he'll argue that to this
day. You could have really like ruined that man's life. Like, and he like is trying to be like,
one nut, Steven.
And that's another thing. That's Steven Adams. You know how people talk about Steven Adams?
Yeah. Steven Adams went down. We saw him on the floor.
You felt that shit.
And I don't even mean to laugh, but we know. Oh yeah, that shit hurt. We know. So it's his reputation. Not even, let me just say it's his reputation. It's the reputation that he has. It's not nothing he's going out there just beating on people, but excuse Steven Adams, but Draymond is a very, very physical player. So when you do something,
he's gonna play like it's the playoffs.
No, I don't.
And then when you put yourself in a position where you slap a man in the face,
you know,
and then I'm not even trying to say you threw him down, but you grabbing his affect his fall and made it look worse than what it did. Yeah, the ref gonna be hesitant to get out and pack your shit up early. Nah, you're gonna get that flagrant 2, and now he has to. I'm gonna say he has to worry about his play for the rest of the playoffs because we know he's gonna be Draymond, but he can't afford to pick up another flagrant 2 or 2 more flagrant 1s.